From retail to gold. Gold is still glittering this morning, even as it runs into some resistance. It's trading at its highest level in more than 7 years and inching closer to an all-time high. With us now is Ed Moy. He's a former director of the U.S. Mint and chief strategist at gold company Valerium. Ed, good to speak with you again here. Break down what's driving this rally in gold. I think a lot of people would be surprised. You're seeing the market touch record highs again, but you have a pretty decent rally in gold. What's going on here?
Yep. So I was director of the United States Mint, as you said, during the last financial crisis, and I saw gold demand for our bullion coins increase 400%, and the all-time high for the price of gold. A lot of those same factors are at play today. Number one, there's a flight to safety because there's an uncertain path to economic recovery from the pandemic. The World Bank and IMF this morning came out to say that the world is in a global recession minus almost 5% GDP. Number two, the fear of inflation is out there because we've created trillions of dollars to stimulate the economy with no clear plan to unwind. Put this in perspective. There's about almost $10 trillion in US dollars out there. We've just increased that money supply by almost 40%. So let that flow through the economy. And there's a fear over time that if we don't have a way to unwind, there's going to be inflation. And then the last factor for increased gold demand is greater accessibility to gold left over from the last financial crisis. New technology has made gold bullion in smaller amounts. When I was at the Mint, we did this. This is a 1 ounce government-made bullion coin with almost $1,800 worth of gold in it. New technology allows gold to be made in $6 increments. So instead of one ounce coin that's pretty heavy, you can have almost 300 of these gold notes. So that's been a big change, is greater accessibility, which means more people can have access at lower price points, and that's driving demand.
So how much further, Ed, do you think? By the way, I like that you brought a prop on the air. That was pretty cool. Yes. How much further do we have to run up here? Because a lot of people are talking about gold being in a bubble. I mean, is this sustainable? Do you see it lasting much longer? And what's sort of the ceiling on gold prices for you?
Yeah, so I became Mint director in 2006. Gold was around $800. And during my tenure, it went up to almost $2,000. This time, gold started out in the $1,400, $1,500 range. We're to $1,800. I think there's plenty of room to move up. The other interesting part of my experience was that the peak of the gold demand wasn't in 2007 and 8. It was in 2011. We had created all this quantitative easing, and then the realization came that the economy wasn't recovering as quickly, and as a result, there was a lot of uncertainty. I think those factors will make gold very popular for not only the near term, but the midterm.
So you say we have further room to run. We're at about $1,800 an ounce. How much further do you see us going?
Yeah, so I'm not a price picker, but I would say that I would not be surprised if we broke new records during this crisis over the next couple of years.
And it's not the daily occurrence on air where you have someone pull out a gold coin and show us. Is that how you're invested? Do you own a lot of gold coins? Do you own gold stocks? How are you positioned?
Yeah, so there's many different ways to buy gold, and it all depends on what the investor's needs are. I buy gold mainly as a hedge. And so I never want an insurance policy bigger than what I'm insuring. So I have about 5% of my portfolio in physical gold. And from time to time, I've dabbled in ETFs just to play off the price of gold. But my background is Chinese. My mother escaped Hong Kong during World War II because she had gold around her neck and around her wrists. And so for me, having a little bit of physical gold gives me that confidence and security that I know some people are looking for.
Ed, so what do you do with your gold? Do you store it at your house? I have a lot of people maybe not understanding how to invest in gold. Where do you put the physical gold?
Yes. So I keep a little bit because if you buy physical gold, you want it portable so that if you ever had to run out of your house with some value, you would have that. But I also have it stored in my bank safety deposit box. And there are depositories like the new one that the state of Texas owns, that I have also some gold in. So I have it diversified, just like central banks do. They don't all keep it one place. They keep it in places where they can easily trade that gold for other things.
Real interesting insights.
Yeah.
And let's see what they are. Ed Moy, former director of the U.S. Mint and now chief strategist at gold company Valerium. We'll talk to you soon.
Yep. Thanks, Brian. Thanks, Alexis.
Hey, investors. Zach Guzman here. Are you interested in learning more about the markets and getting the latest financial news? Well, then click right here to subscribe to our Yahoo Finance YouTube channel. Get the latest up-to-the-minute market analysis, big interviews in the world of finance, and information on how to manage your money every day wherever you are.